it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host. The new Black.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Thanks so much for joining us here tonight for a special edition of the New Black Wall Street as we bring to you guys something that is supreme. That's right, man. Supreme is the thing here tonight. And I'm your boy, ERGJ, your certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of The Black Billionaires Club. Here's the deal, guys, man. I really want you to do us a good favor, man. We want to get this stuff out, make this thing go viral. It's Sunday night, and we're going to be talking about ways that you can make your money work harder for you than you work for it. That's what I talk about here. So go ahead and hit that like button, that share button, that subscribe button, all that good stuff, man. Make sure you let people know that it's an opportunity. And if you believe in opportunities, if you are your brother's keeper, you're your sister's keeper, you will hit that share button for us here tonight. Go ahead and let us know where you're connected from as well. What city, what state, what country you might be joining from here tonight. We're broadcasting across the World Wide Web from our virtual studios here in Decatur, Georgia. That's right, Decatur, where it's greater. And we just love to know just how far our reach is as we're connecting with you on your mobile or on your PC or whatever the case may be. Shout out to all our homies that are on Facebook, all of our homies is on YouTube, Instagram, and also Twitter as well. We want to make sure that we say thank you so much for joining us here tonight as we're going to be bringing forth some information and an opportunity for you. So go ahead and rep your city right now so we just know just how far we are, man. Did we make it out of the United States today? Are we in China? Are we in South Africa? Who knows, man, where you might be connected from here tonight. What's going on with you, Miss Angela Mitchell? Mary Kay is in the building. Setley Henry has joined us as well. Thanks so much for joining us. We got a BBC member out of Missouri is in the house. Boston, Massachusetts is joining us as well. Tallahassee, Florida. Thanks so much for joining. Latia Taylor, our round-the-way girl out of Pennsylvania. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on the New Black Wall Street. Mr. Dale Johnson has joined us as well out of Atlanta, Georgia. Thanks so much as well for joining us here tonight. And here's the deal, guys. Go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and put in console #Supreme. Because tonight is Supreme Sunday. That's right. It's Supreme Sunday. And hopefully you're having a supreme good time because we're going to be talking about some supreme things. So supreme is the thing here tonight. Well, anyway, got a special broadcast for you guys. Again, make sure you hit that like button, that share button, that subscribe button. But more importantly, hit that share button because we have a brother that's going to be joining us here tonight, sharing with you guys an opportunity from two different perspectives. One from the franchise perspective. So if you ever thought being in business for yourself, but you really didn't know how to do the business, maybe you need something turnkey. Well, there's a franchise opportunity that you or a crew of you might come together. Maybe you and your family, something like that, want to take advantage of and start your own thing. Right, with something that's already tried and true, or you might be the one to say, "Well, I don't want, we ain't gonna do all that, but we're gonna help fuel this thing so that we get some residuals over time. We think long term, and we do something like that." So here's an opportunity for you guys to talk to the horse's mouth, right here from the horse's mouth. Ask all the questions that you might have. But I will tell you this: this brother is, shall I say, debonair. This brother here has got his ish together. And so I want to make sure that you guys recognize some of the talent that we have in our community. Jurassic Clark is joining us well out of Omaha, Nebraska. Tisha Kelly out of Hampton, Georgia. I just came from there. I just drove all the way from Griffin and Hampton. What's going on, Miss Brittany Tyler's in the house? Supreme is the thing. Absolutely, man. So thanks so much for joining. So it's my pleasure, guys. I want to get right to it. As I mentioned, this word supreme is so supreme tonight, because this brother is actually the CEO of Supreme Foods Incorporated. One thing that I know, right? We might be going to the metaverse, might got crypto and stuff going on. We might be in virtual reality, but we all still gonna eat, okay? We're not gonna stop eating. That's what I do know. We're not gonna stop eating. So, so we'll be able to opportunity to see what he got going on. But he's CEO of Supreme Foods. They do have a Supreme Fish Delight, Supreme Burger, and some other Supreme things that are going on. And I want to make sure that you guys got a chance. You guys seen me posting some stuff. I said, well, y'all got all these questions, so let me just bring him on because y'all don't be inboxing me for all these. Listen, I got to read just like y'all. Okay, I got to read just like y'all. But now you got an opportunity to speak to him yourself and ask anything that you might have. So get your pen and paper ready. Jot your questions down. When we get to the Q&A section, ask away. I mean, here's the thing. The only stupid question is the one that you don't ask, okay? The only stupid question is the one that you don't ask. So please, just unload on him. Make sure you know that you are engaged and he is not wasting his time, because this is a CEO. Everybody putting down, so CEO, all right? Chief Executive Officer, HNIC, head Negro in charge. Let me introduce you guys to Brother Waleed is in the building. Brother Waleed, Shamsid-Deen, I hope I'm saying that correctly, from Supreme Foods, here to talk to you guys and to share with you guys what they have going on, what they have been building, and how they're looking to expand. A lot of us, we have that prayer of Jabez, like, Lord, enlarge my territory. Well, this brother has been enlarging and enlarging and enlarging, and he's given us an opportunity to participate in expansion. Everybody put in console, expand. Giving us a opportunity for the community to participate in the expansion. Let me introduce guys to Brother Waleed is in the building. What's going on?
What a phenomenal introduction, Evan. I appreciate you, brother. I love what you're doing in the community. Thanks for empowering. Thanks for inspiring. Thanks for being true to the crypto, the currency, the investments, the whole 9 yards. I've been following you for a while. I'm playing it a little bit in the virtual and all that stuff that you're teaching about, just a few pennies. But more than anything else, I'm investing in this food and growing this family business, going from mom and pop to corporate, and really creating an opportunity to build wealth, to create legacy, to make money, and to make a difference. So thank you for inviting me on the show this evening to share a little bit about what we're doing with the Supreme Foods brands.
Fantastic, man. Well, thanks so much for joining. I mean, let's get right into it, man. Tell the people a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you do what you do.
So first of all, we have been in business now over 40 years, Evan. We started with one location on Auburn Avenue, and that location was Supreme Fish Delight. So we're celebrating 40 years and serving the community here in Metro Atlanta. From there, we grew slowly but surely, 1 or 2 locations a year. And at our prime, we had 25 locations throughout the city of Atlanta. My father at that time was the CEO. He launched a wholesale company. He partnered with the Olympics. He built a brand that focused on creating jobs and opportunity, but also giving back. In the last 5 or 6 years, I expanded that brand and introduced a new concept called Supreme Burger. So now we actually have 2 brands in the marketplace: Supreme Fish Delight, which focuses on seafood, and then Supreme Burger, which focuses on gourmet burgers. We've been blessed, during COVID, we were actually able to expand down in Playa del Carmen. We opened up our first location in Mexico, doing very well there, and that's going to be 1 of 6. We're looking to do 2 in Cancun, 2 in Playa, and 2 in Tulum. As you know, this is the Caribbean side of Mexico, so a lot of our brothers and sisters are going down there for vacation, going down there for tourism, and when they go, they have an opportunity to see a brand that was launched right here in Atlanta. In 2019, we partnered with the Super Bowl. We were the official burger for the tailgating experience and did about 5,000 burgers for Super Bowl Sunday. So excited to say we've done the Olympics and we've done the Super Bowl right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We're a staple for the community. Based in Decatur, we partner with a number of different schools. We are the premier burger for Southwest DeKalb High School. Go Panthers! That's my alum, and Evan, I think you're my partner and brother from Southwest DeKalb as well. So
absolutely,
we always have to give back to the SWD. But we do pregame meals for a number of schools in South DeKalb. We feed the cheerleaders, the football teams, the marching bands. We give back to the community, and we're doing all this to really build that sense of pride in the products that we have. People could always go out and buy a Burger King or Shake Shack or Five Guys or something, but here we have a minority-owned, a Black-owned franchise that was developed right here in our community, and that's growing all over the U.S. and looking to grow all over the world. So 2 concepts in the marketplace: Supreme Fish Delight and Supreme Burger. A little bit of history there, but more excited to tell you about the direction we're going in. I want to be the next publicly traded Black-owned franchise system in America, right? Let me get 100 locations open out the U.S., expand to thousands of locations around the world, and do it through a system of franchising. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just creating a unique product, a unique service with a franchise system, and making it available for others to buy into the concept and build wealth and legacy for their families.
Man, absolutely, man. Yeah, in case y'all missed that, just come back. He said, man, 40 years, family-owned business. Go ahead, give me some hand claps in the chat, man, for 40 years, right? And family-owned business. I'm getting some hand claps in the chat, man, because that is phenomenal. Keeping it in the family. And that's very important, because we know that our fathers or grandfathers started stuff, but then we didn't want to do that. So it's good to see that somebody still said, this is valuable. I'm going to learn this thing, and I'm going to take the reins and take it even further. So let me ask you, brother Waleed. I mean, it sounds like you're kind of a visionary in a sense. I mean, have you always been that way, or what really is fueling you to say, man, let me take this? Because I tell people, one of the things that I teach is, man, just, it's not just, I use the term all I can. Everybody went for all I can. Like, earn all that you can, learn all that you can, expand as much as you can. Like, how much was a tree grow? As high as it can. So go as far as you can. But really, is what really fuels it, even take the reins from what you learned from your father to then, go as far as you can with it.
Yeah, great question. I grew up in a family business. I was inspired by my family, my father, my mother, my siblings. I was a kid in high school selling candy, right? And in college selling t-shirts. So the entrepreneurial spirit, it bit me early. I always wanted to do more than just work a 9 to 5. In my eyes, there's 3 ways to make money. You work for your money, you get others to work for your money, and you get your money to work for your money. And I'm a believer in doing all 3. And getting others to work for your money is becoming an entrepreneur. So whether you get up and go to work or not, you got 50 or 100 or 200 people working for you. Now, not only are you creating jobs, but you're creating money. And that's the mentality that I like to share and give to our people. Entrepreneurship is the next level of freedom for us in the world, right? It's not just politics, it's business and politics. You either understand both, the political side of business, or you're going out of business. So we as a people, we got to get involved in doing more than just 9 to 5, create that second hustle until that hustle becomes a business, grow that business and get involved in politics and see how we can expand to become multinational corporations. Great. We're in Atlanta. We just last week opened up a location in Charleston, South Carolina. I now have Charlotte and Fayetteville, coming online. We're in Mexico. We're negotiating deals in Canada. And before long, we'll be making money in pesos and dollars and leons and all kind of monies around the world. Because once you understand exactly the science of business, in trade and commerce, you can be respected throughout the globe, and not just here in South DeKalb or here in Decatur. You have to think global, act local, and with the intent to grow and expand throughout the world.
Everybody, also think global, act local. Think global, act local. Again, I want, for those that are watching us here live, I know some people will catch the replay. Let me know again what city and state you are connected from. And I just want you to think of a Black-owned franchise or Supreme Burger or Fish Delight in your city, right? In close to home, right? That could be you that's running it. That's so to speak. Think global, act local. Think global, act local. So let's start there, brother Waleed. With the franchise opportunities, you just said, you're out in Mexico,
yes.
and you just launched. Y'all just launched a franchise in South Carolina. You got a couple more on deck. So what does that opportunity look like, and what are some things that people may want to know about the franchising side? Is it for both, or either or? Is there a coupling that may take place? Could you have like a KFC, Dunkin' Donuts going on? It's just all Supreme. Now, talk a little bit about the franchise opportunities.
So Evan, really excited. Look, Supreme Fish Delight is a unique franchise within itself. We have the history there. We set it up as a franchise fee of $25,000 and 5% royalty. Consistent with what most franchises are doing now, your Subways, the smaller brands like an American Deli. Then you look at Supreme Burgers, a newer concept, only 5 years now. We do a 4% royalty, $25,000 franchise fee. So you can select either one of the two depending on your market. And the demographics will tell you if the people are eating burgers more, eating fish more, what your projected gross revenues would be. And I have all the numbers and everything built out for both models. We do have opportunities for hybrid, though I don't recommend it. You know, I would like to do the burger or the fish separate, but for Charleston specifically, he wanted to do a hybrid, which brought both menus together, and we were able to navigate through that as well. A Supreme Burger and a Supreme Fish Light menu coming out of one location. So there's opportunities for all three. And in reference to the model, you can do a freestanding, you can do a strip mall like in a Publix or Kroger Plaza. You can do an airport location. We're certified with ACDBE, which stands for Airport Concessions Disadvantaged Business Enterprises. You can do a food truck. So we have multiple different models that fit within your net worth or your budget. Freestanding, strip mall, airport, or food truck if you just want to get in and learn the business and grow from there. There's opportunities to own multiple units. You can start with one and build up to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different locations and take down the whole territory. We're looking at operators now who are interested in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville could hold 5 or 6 locations. So if you have the resources and experience, we'd love to partner with those who are looking to be multi-unit owners. We have a whole model and business plan put together. Anything you need to go after financing. We've written about an 80-page business plan. We have a pro forma, and I'll do some screen sharing shortly to show you kind of the organizational chart and how we put all that together. But the systems are in place. The team is in place. The training is in place. We even have a foundation set up, Supreme Family Foundation. My wife serves as the executive director, where a percentage of our sales go back into the community. We're doing Meals on Wheels program. We're doing emergency meals for food. We're doing food insecurity. We're doing cultural exchange programs. All kind of stuff comes out of the foundation. So truly, we're making money and making a difference. We're selling burgers for a purpose. We're building community life, and we're creating opportunities to build wealth, you know, within families and friends and those who would like to support the business.
Absolutely, man. So you guys heard that, you know, just think, you know, if that's something that you have an interest in, or you know someone, or you're thinking of, you know, bringing some things together. You said, hey, you know, stand alone. I want you to think about some of the franchises that are out there. You know, you stand alone, you're the strip mall. When you mentioned American Deli, okay, you know, I'm in Decatur, and they all up in the hood, right?
Yes.
But I say we should have our own franchises in our own hood, so to speak. And he mentioned, you mentioned also the airport and also the food truck. Now, food truck is very popular now. I mean, that's a you know, Slutty Vegan was a food truck, and then she got her first location. So you have here, you know, different ways to kind of get into this thing. If it's something that you have an interest in, something that you have an interest in with the collective of people, or something like that as well. Now, Slutty Vegan, that's just a phenomenal story. But let me ask you this: when you think of and it's probably going to come up in your slides, but you know, the kind of the competition at the level, so to speak,
right?
Because I guess, you know, you mentioned Burger King when you mentioned Supreme Burger, but
right.
And would it be like a Captain D's, Long John Silver's, and the
exactly
area?
Exactly. On the burger side, I like a Shake Shack or a Five Guys. You know, we're doing a gourmet burger. We have and I'm gonna share a screen. I don't know if you can see this here. We have beef, lamb, veggie, turkey, vegan, Jamaican jerk, Supreme burgers. We have about 11 different types of burgers that come out of the Supreme Burger concept. And here you will see what the rendering looks like for a strip mall. If you think of a Kroger Plaza or a Publix Plaza, this is being a strip mall. This is our freestanding location rendering here. And then an airport, like a kiosk. So those are the different models. And then when you look at our burgers, all gourmet, handmade, hand-seasoned, proprietary recipes. We've developed these in our test kitchen for the Jamaican jerk, the Greek lamb with the tzatziki sauce and the feta cheese. We have our special seasonings, and everything is hand mixed. And then, of course, we bring in the buffalo wings. Everybody loves wings, you know, in the combos. And we have our cheesesteak as well. Not really a Philly cheesesteak, but it's a cheesesteak, you know, made with our own recipes as well. So we bring a variety of menu items to our Supreme Burger franchise. And just think of a Shake Shack our way, or Five Guys our way, right? That's gonna meet the palate, the sophisticated palate of those who like the lamb or the spices for a jerk burger, or vegan options or vegetarian options. We have a burger for every palate. And then on the fish, just think of a Long John's or a Captain D's. Southern style fried fish, lightly battered, fried shrimp, your hush puppies, fries, and coleslaw, celebrating the 40 years of history. Beautiful menu items, great taste. The yellow tartar sauce, our own flavor, our own special recipe for tartar sauce that we produce. And again, our featured desserts like the bean pie. Where can you go and get the bean pie on the menu? And we're known for that for years, coming out of the Nation of Islam all the way to date, selling bean pies as part of the community. So those are the two concepts and the brands and some of the locations and some of the things that we're doing. But from a business perspective, it's multiple revenue streams. You're not just dine in and carry out anymore. It's online ordering, it's Foodie, it's DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber, it's catering for corporations, it's partnering with the schools. You can get 7 or 8 different revenue streams out of one, restaurant location. So when you think of it as a franchise possibility, look at it as an opportunity to own the business, own the food truck, and do the catering, where you're generating multiple streams of income out of one business opportunity. So I want to, just take a minute and show you some of the slides and show you some of the pictures of the food and give you an idea of what the concepts looks like from a rendering perspective, and then, freestanding strip mall or food truck.
Now again, we're talking, everybody putting also franchise. We're talking about franchise, Brother Waleed. So if those that might watch, catch a replay, they start thinking about some things like, man, this is really something we want to kind of start to work on putting together. Where would they go to kind of show interest or begin to have that conversation, so to speak?
Yeah. So we've done a partnership with a company called FranServe, and they're nationwide, over 300 consultants. Pre-COVID, we had a little over 100 people register for franchises just before COVID hit. It's a national organization. They serve as consultants and recruit vetted franchisees. So that's one channel. The second is visiting us on the website. You can go to supremefoodsworldwide.com and click franchises. Everything is there on the website. You can stop by the Columbia Drive location. I'm there when I'm not traveling, and sit down and have a conversation and talk about your interest in franchising. During COVID, like I said, we sold 5 franchises this year that will be coming online, a food truck, one local, either in Conyers and Covington, the one in Charleston. We had one open up in the Gateway Arena, GICC, and the Georgia International Convention Center in the Gateway Arena. And then of course the one we had open in Playa del Carmen. So we're selling franchises right out of our office, right from the website, and through the consultancy FranServe. My number is everywhere. You can text me, WhatsApp me, reach out to me via email, hit us on info@supremeburger.us, and either myself or my team will get back in touch with you from a franchising perspective. And those who are not interested in franchising, Evan, but want to invest, we're really excited to say we're now launched a RegCF, and we are through crowdfunding raising capital to grow and expand our brand as well. Traditionally, access to capital has been the plight of the small business entrepreneur. It's very difficult to go and raise $5 or $10 or $15 million or tap into venture capitalists or angel investors or have access to global markets, right? Like going public on the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. But with the new laws with the SEC and what some of us have been able to leverage through the culture is a crowdfunding campaign to raise $1 million or $5 or even more, like some of us have been able to do. I think Jay Morrison, he raised a few $1 million for real estate with the Tulsa Fund. Isaac Hayes Jr. raised a couple $1 million for technology with a RegCF. So we just launched our RegCF as well to raise the first $1 million to help grow and expand the brand. And then we're looking to raise more capital to get us to that 100 locations. So for those who are not interested in franchising but still want to support the movement, they can go to our website, investinsupreme.com, and invest as little as $500 to help support the culture and the movement and what we're doing in food services.
Now, let's so the first, right, when you mentioned food serve, but then you said supremefoodsworldwide.com.
Yes.
All right.
SupremeFoodsWorldwide.com. That'll
All right.
highlight all the brands and everything we have going on in the parent company.
Okay, I want to get that going on the screen below, so make sure people will see that.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to talking about the investing opportunity, the crowdfund investing opportunity in just a second. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So Supreme, and that's at investsupreme.com. Okay. So Supreme Foods Worldwide.com.
Yeah.
All right. So guys, again, capture these websites. All right, I have it. What am I going to do here? I'm going to have this one. I thought I was going to have it do a little ticker down at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. And then again, if you guys got any questions about the franchise portion, as those are still watching us live, go ahead and put your questions in the comments. We'll get those, and then we'll start to talk about the investing opportunity. Again, those that are here with us live, if you're your brother's keeper, you're your sister's keeper, make sure that you hit that share button. Also tag someone who may have been looking for an opportunity like this. They didn't want to, start everything from scratch on their own. They were just looking for a good idea, and they got the time. They got access to capital to be able to do something, or they can try to figure that thing out. Go ahead and tag them as well, because I realize, guys, there's no longer 6 degrees of separation with the internet. I mean, it's like 1 or 2 at the most from you tapping into to the person that you need to know. So make sure you do that again. Hit the share button so you can connect with your local your local followers. Then also tag some people. So ask people, say, hey, this is something that we've been talking, and you've been looking for an opportunity, and that might be for you as well. And we will be right back after. That's right, after the break. 1 second. 1 second. Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all didn't know I have my own commercial? Y'all didn't know? Yeah, I do, man. That's right, man. Shop Black with us, man. Go ahead and check us out at The Black Bazaar. That's right, the Afrocentric marketplace. We specialize in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, and also Black art-inspired gifts, man. Shop Black today, where we make group economics easy. Why? Because you can shop from your house and get it delivered to your door. That's right, The Black Bazaar, by simply going to the website, www.theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com. All right, let's get right to this thing, man. Everybody put a console hashtag Supreme. You're still rocking with us here tonight as we are having a conversation with the CEO of Supreme Foods, who has shared with us an opportunity from the Supreme franchise standpoint. But now we'll talk about the Supreme crowdfund investing opportunity they got going on as well. Brother Waleed, what do we need to know about this whole RegCF investing opportunity that is available to help to continue to support and also expand? And then also the big question is, what are we looking to get back in return? You know what I'm saying? What do we get? Excellent
questions. So the purpose of the RegCF, and that's a technical term. Really, the RegCF means crowdfunding. The CF stands for crowdfunding. The purpose of that is to raise capital to grow and expand our business. I'm going to do a quick screen share here and just go through a couple of documents to kind of give you an idea of what we're doing with the RegCF. See if we can show that here. Yeah, we came up with a new holding company, Supreme Foods Franchising, right? The whole purpose of the Supreme Foods Franchising is to own and operate quick service restaurants. And with that, we build out, we grow, we expand, we license both brands, Supreme Fish Light and Supreme Burger. In addition to that, and what makes it amazing is we're able to build a commissary and begin introducing products into the marketplace. And by products, I mean all of our proprietary sauces, hush puppy mix, coleslaw, supreme sauce, tartar sauce, fish breader, everything that we would sell to our existing locations, we can now sell to institutions like hospitals and schools and military bases, and then eventually get into retail and do it to your local Krogers and Albertsons. So you go into Kroger and you see taco seasoning or Taco Bell sauce, same concept. Model exists. We can produce our own products and put it right into the marketplace. So in addition to having the capital to grow the brands, we also have the capital to build the commissary and begin to produce food seasonings, sauces, and products that we can sell to general consumers. Here we have the parent company set up as a Delaware Corp and all the subsidiaries. Supreme Vending, that's vending machines, for airports, for rest areas, that's government contracting. Supreme Fish Light and Supreme Burger, we talked about the two franchise models, and then Supreme Senior Meal Services. As you know, during our COVID pivot, we secured contracts with the city of Atlanta and DeKalb County. And during a time of great need, we were able to provide our seniors who were suffering from food insecurity with frozen meals and shelf-stable meals. We were producing and delivering over 15,000 meals per week for almost a year during COVID in support of our seniors. So we launched a whole new entity during COVID called Supreme Senior Meal Services. And now we have the bid and the contract to provide food services for seniors in the 5 senior citizen centers in DeKalb as well, including the Lou Walker Center up on Panola Road. This is with partnerships with Meals on Wheels of Atlanta, and also with my partners of Golden Crust. We're able to provide food services for those 5 community centers, and then our Meals on Wheels program, in addition to emergency meals for children. So the organizational chart is simple, but at the same time, is creating opportunities to expand the Supreme Foods Worldwide brand through franchising, through food insecurity, through Meals on Wheels, and through vending. So as you invest in the parent company, you participate in all the revenue streams that's coming from this organizational chart. You see here the existing locations of Supreme Fish Delight, our Supreme Burger, our Meals on Wheels vehicles, the 3 different renderings that we kind of went over earlier, and then our business model. Similar to McDonald's, acquiring real estate, doing the training. I think there was a Burger King University or McDonald's University. We have our own university. We developed a 3-week training program for all of our franchisees to learn about the food business and to be successful in their restaurants. And then to reinvest in communities.
Brother Waleed, let's go back though. Let's go back to your to the screen with the companies and underneath. I want to make sure they capture that. Yeah, that the crowdfunding is investing into the parent company.
Yes,
which then gives you basically exposure to all of the revenue streams that under the umbrella of Supreme Foods. Can you help us? Can you maybe break that down again, just to make sure people didn't miss that?
Yeah. So we have multiple subsidiaries within the parent company. In our earlier presentation, we just talked about the 2 franchises, Supreme Burger and Supreme Fish Delight. But we've also built out Supreme Senior Meal Services and Supreme Vending, so that we're diversifying the portfolio to address not only franchising, but food insecurity. And through investing in the parent company, you participate in all the revenue from all the entities that we grow and expand. And the purpose of this is really to just create more value, build the balance sheet, create more leverage, create more opportunity for the big dollars that comes with an IPO or, a merger and acquisition. That's what really creates a multiple of 10, 12, 15, 20x. When you hear about how did this person go public and raise $1 billion, because they created value on the balance sheet. Real estate, cash flow, subsidiaries, acquisitions, the value increases, and then you get multiples of that on your exit, your merger, or your IPO. So we're talking about how to build value for that investment dollar. And that's what we're setting up with this infrastructure here.
Yeah, everybody putting comments low value. Oh my goodness. The price is what you pay. Value is what you get, is what Warren Buffett taught me. Price is what you pay, but value is what you get. Okay, go ahead. Hopefully they're getting it. Hopefully they're grabbing it.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about the business model and more importantly is these products. It's our time, Evan. Everything in the world is pointing at investing in minorities, partnering with Blacks, building our communities. The culture now is beneficiary from everything that's taking place in the world. So now's the time to start that business, to launch that product, to launch that service so that you can participate in trade and commerce. And we're launching all these products. Some of these are already in the marketplace. We're selling them through our franchise system. They're sold in the restaurants, but now we're looking at other distribution channels. Like I said, military, schools, institutions, all the way down to retail. And that in turn generates additional revenue for the system. Here are my partners here, my wife, Kiana, my partner, Lonnie, my partner, Adidra. Look like us, right? This is who runs the back office: director of operations, director of franchise development, director of the foundation, and myself, CEO of Supreme Foods Worldwide. That's allowing us to grow and build the brand. I also want to show you. Let me just stop here, and I'm going to share one other thing that I think is very important. And this is the business model and the business plan. And I think you asked about the numbers. I want to just talk very briefly about that. I've created about a 60-page business plan, and this can be found on the website investinsupreme.com. Evan, I don't know if you can share that link, but we take them through the entire business model, our team, our experience, our background, our market research, our competition. You have to understand the competitive differentiators, what's taking place in the food industry. We got a breakdown of the top 20 franchises, what they're doing in gross revenue, and how many locations they have worldwide. So we've done the research. We know where our strengths are, how we complement the market, how we build and attack our market share. Unfortunately, business is like war. Nobody's going to say, hey, take all my customers, take all my money and feed your kids. You got to go out there and create a brand that can be competitive in their pricing, in the quality of food, in the customer service, and demand and take your market share so that you can feed your community. And if you don't know what's going on in the market, you can't be competitive. So we've done the research. What is McDonald's and Starbucks and Subway and Dunkin' Donuts? What are all these companies doing and how they're surviving, 50, 100 years in business? And what can we do to survive in business for that many years? So we got our business model, our marketing, everything is in place. Revenue, projections, performers, history, board members, everything is here in this plan. And I encourage your investors, to go out, look at the website, pull the document down, look at what we're doing, the value that we're creating, the team we have, the growth that we have on the books, and then make a decision to invest and be a part of what we're doing. Our legal, our accounting, our commercial real estate brokers, all in the plan. I know it's a lot. It's 60-something pages to review, but I think your investors are savvy. They'll read, they'll understand, they'll see the vision, and they'll support in what it is that we're doing. Now, we're giving them an opportunity to franchise. We're giving them the opportunity to invest. But if you decide not to franchise and not to invest, at least come out and buy a burger, eat a fish sandwich, right? Like us on social media, share the story. There's so many ways to get involved. You may not have the $500 to invest or the $20,000 or $25,000 to buy a franchise, but it takes nothing to drive down to Columbia Drive or Camp Creek or Riverdale or Highway 85 or Cascade and treat your family to dinner once or twice a week. Or find us on social media, make a comment, share, and expand so that other people would know what it is that we're doing. It's multiple ways to get involved in what it is we're doing as a family, as a business, and as a company. The menus are here for both Supreme Burgers, Supreme Fish Delight, the price points, the hybrid, everything you want to see about the business and learn about the businesses within this plan. And then last but not least is the performers. Let's see. Can you see the budget here, the performance here, or do I need to go back out?
Right now I see it say in the fast food hamburger restaurant industry. Is that where you are?
Okay, let me do this. Let me stop that and share one more time, because this is getting down to the nuts and bolts. Window here. This is our financial performer. We've done a 5-year projection that shows you an 18% IRR, internal rate of return for your investor, at a $5 million raise with a 30% equity stake in the business. So for all the accountants and CPAs and CFOs and savvy investors and numbers people, go right to this page, flush it out, look at the projections. They're very conservative, but this tells and paints the picture of how we'll grow your money in the restaurant space, in the food space, in the franchise space over the next 5 years. So this is probably one of the most important slides, Evan, but this is also available online. When you click on investinsupreme.com, you can pull up these numbers, you can pull up the business plan, you can see everything we're doing and what you get for your $500 investment and what you get to participate in the RegCF or the crowdfunding campaign. So I'll pause here and see what kind of questions you have.
Yeah, so you guys have any questions, feel free to ask any questions. I know it's a lot of information, and obviously you can check out the website. You can watch this on replay. I appreciate you, Miss Slayton. Miss Slayton is a SWD alum as well.
All right.
She's had quite a few people as well. But the reason for this presentation or this broadcast is one, to bring you the information, but then two, is for you to actually have an opportunity to actually speak or talk to or communicate with the CEO that's behind it. And then if you had any questions, you have the opportunity to ask that now. Ask that question now. So I'll give you a moment to do that. I know I talk faster than you type, guys, so feel free to throw anything out. If you don't have a question, but you actually have a comment, then feel free. I mean, that's going to be praise. It's you're appreciating what they're doing or whatever the case may be. Share your thoughts on what you have heard here tonight as well. Either way, feel free to do that as well. So we'll give you some time to do that. Now, here's my thing. So let me just share with you some of my thoughts, brother Waleed. So
yes, sir.
Here's what so obviously we did a presentation like this before, and it's funny because I was kind of back and forth because I was thinking of, oh man, because we got the NewBlack Wall Street market that's opening. They're doing a soft open in November. I was like, man, it'd be cool to have a franchise there. Yeah. But then I was like, well, I'm an investor. I'm not really trying to run no business. And so I had to check myself and say, man, let me just go and invest. That's what I want to be doing. But we do have this thing called the Black Billionaires Club, which is a group of us who we may decide to kind of come together and make something happen in that respect. Or maybe people that in the local community within that group decide, hey, let's work together to do this. So I just see opportunity, and then I also see. Here's what I would tell people: is that as an investor myself, it's not that I'm just investing in Supreme. That's the thing. It's actually I'm investing in you. I'm investing in your team. Right. I'm investing in the vision. I mean, that's ultimately it comes down to who drives the freaking wagon. You know what I'm saying, to pick stuff up. So that was my pleasure. My pleasure was, knowing you and then seeing how thorough you guys have been, and then also what you have already done in the community and the longevity that's behind it. Like 40 years shows me that it has already stood the test of time. I mean, it's been here as long as I've been alive. You know what I mean? so that's cool for me. So let's see what the guys are saying here. So Brittany Tyler says she loves the concept. I appreciate you. It's Angela Mitchell said this for franchise, do you have financing options?
Yes. So great question. And yes, we registered both brands with the Small Business Administration. You can go to www.sba.gov and click on franchises and see Supreme Burger listed and Supreme Fish Delight listed. And what that means is you can get a government-backed loan from your financial institution as a minority, as a small business. It'll be guaranteed by the SBA. So you can have less than perfect credit. Typically, where the bank may require 700 or 720, you may go down to 670 or 680, and you can come down with less down payment. Most commercial may be 20-30%. With an SBA-backed loan, you can come to the table with 10%. So we have financing in place through registering with the SBA that will allow you to get financing, typically if you couldn't get it from a conventional financial institution.
It's getting hot in here. Anybody else? Any questions? I mean, the money is always a question we have. We have a member, I think, from the BBC that has joined. If you are here and you're part of the BBC, go ahead and put in comments on hashtag BBC. Just want to recognize our members here from the Black Billionaires Club. Ms. Rhonda Holmes out of Florida says, hey, checking in from South Florida, what does the $25,000 fee include? As a franchise owner, I'm responsible for rent or lease space. How am I compensated from the proceeds?
Great questions. So the $25,000 is the initial franchise fee. That gives you the ability to use the name and likeness of our brand. Example, all of our proprietary sauces, seasonings, recipes, Pantone colors, logos, products, everything that's associated with the Supreme Burger or Supreme Fish Delight brand, you have access to that by paying the franchise fee. The 4% royalty is ongoing, and that's a percentage of sales. Now, that gets you in the game. You still have to come up with the build out or the renovation if it's a second generation, or your inventory or products. That's in addition to the franchise fee and the royalty fee. And that's a basic franchise model. If you're going in and building from the ground up, like a McDonald's or Burger King, you can spend $1 million. If you go into a strip mall like a Publix Plaza or a Kroger Plaza and say they give you the 4 walls with nothing in it, it's dirt, and you have to build the concept up, that's about $200,000 to $250,000. If you go in and do a renovation, a restaurant that's closed, and now the plumbing and HVAC and equipment is in there, you can cut that in half. You can be in business for under $100,000 because all of the equipment is there. So I would say franchise fee plus the opening renovations budget on the low end, $100,000 to $125,000, you're in business. And your last question, how are you compensated? You own the business. If you do $1 million a year and the profit is 15%, you just made $150,000 off that business, right? After all expenses paid, franchise fees, royalty fees, rent, lease, gas, phone, internet, employees, food costs, everything. If you're doing a 15% margin at $1 million, you just made $150,000. Now multiply that by 10 locations. Now you're generating $1.5 million for yourself because you're a multi-unit franchise owner. You've created jobs, you've made money, and you're now in 7 figures by just owning 10 locations. And most people get into franchises to become multi-unit owners, where they're running the business by the financials, not so much by being in the actual restaurant, dropping burgers, dropping fish, or flipping burgers.
Now, this is interesting because I think as I'm hearing you say this, now some other things are connecting and clicking, right? Because in typically in our community, you know, we kind of get the whole real estate thing, right? Which is multi-unit, you know, apartments or things like that. But now we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, we're getting into the multi-unit business acquisition building, which is still real estate. It's still real estate. But I think the connection the brain connection of, oh man, I'm familiar with this over here, maybe haven't quite linked it to being over here. And quite honestly, it's very similar process, right? Of acquiring capital to get that unit in real estate to acquiring the capital to be able to run a business.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right. And what you're leveraging on the real estate side is rents. right? What you're leveraging on the restaurant side is cash flow. And it's the same thing. You're buying cash flow to leverage it of some multiple of that cash flow, or you're buying real estate to leverage it on some multiple of the rent. And in a perfect world, you're doing both. You're buying real estate and you're buying cash flow. Beautiful analogy. I'm with you 100%, Evan.
Absolutely. Again, guys, an opportunity to ask. Again, the question that you don't ask is actually the stupid one. So feel free to ask any question. How long is the? I guess I'll ask some questions. How long is the RegCF open, or is there a deadline to that, or how's that set up?
So it really, the way the SEC says, you can raise the maximum in 1 year, and then you can go out and raise that maximum every year into perpetuity. So if we go out for $5 million RegCF, we can raise that $5 million within 12 months. At the end of that 12 months, we can raise another 5, another 5. You can just keep going. So you can extend it as much as you like, keep it open as long as you like, but you can't oversubscribe. So we go out for 5 million, and in 60 days raise the 5 million. Now it's full. You have to close it, and you can't raise it again for another year. So I can't go out and raise 10 million under a RegCF within 1 year. I can only raise 5. So it's very, very detailed in what you can and cannot do with that raise.
So we got someone here, I think from BBC, said, with the franchise, do you own the location or the property?
You can, if you're leasing, you can lease, or if you're buying, you can own. That's really up to you and your net worth and your liquidity and what it is that you want to do for your balance sheet. If it's a freestanding piece of parcel with a building on it, you can negotiate to buy that building and put a concept in it. Or if the landowner doesn't want to sell, you can just lease that building and put a concept in it. But it's really up to you and how we find that property and what the broker recommends. But it can be either or. Now, one thing I want to note, the opportunity to franchise can be global. We don't have to just think franchising in the US. And I know some of us, oftentimes we don't think about the world as the possibility. We expanded to Mexico. The minimum wage is 60 cents an hour. The cost of development or renovation or production is pennies on a dollar as it relates to the cost in the US. But we're selling the burger at the same price because we're selling it to tourists out of China, out of Europe, and out of the United States. So that increases our margin to 40% as opposed to 10 or 12%. So you can have American entrepreneurs that invest in an American franchise in other regions of the world and make more money doing it. Bridging the gap between the continent of Africa and those of us in the diaspora, looking at other places to franchise in Latin America or Canada, and take our concept into those regions. So when we think about owning or leasing or buying or franchising, the whole world should be considered, not just our neck of the woods, in Atlanta or in Charlotte or in Jacksonville or in New York. And I challenge your listeners and your investors to think of the globe as investment opportunities, not just what's here in the United States. I didn't mention earlier, but on the burger side, it's all halal. Halal is a dietary restriction or a mandate for Muslims. And because we're selling a halal product, that opens our franchise to be sold in any place in the world that has a Muslim population. So when you think of countries like Morocco or Senegal or Turkey or Saudi Arabia or Dubai or UAE or Qatar, these are countries, unlike America, that may be 90% or 95% Muslim. The only thing they can eat is halal. And here you have an American franchise or an American concept or an American brand that meets their dietary restrictions. That's a win-win, because all over the world, they want a piece of the American dream. And we're able to offer them that within their religious mandate. So think global, again, act local, and look at the Supreme brands as an opportunity to become a global citizen and support us in becoming a multinational corporation.
Man, that's actually so powerful. The whole concept. I mean, we are in a global economy,
Yeah.
where it has accelerated fast. I mean, we probably have always been in a global economy, but it seems like we're really catching that a whiff of that in a sense, like never before. And especially with the currencies and things like that that's taking place, we really are starting to understand, man. Like you said, thinking global. Like that's why I said when I came on the stream, I said, hey man, you never know how far you are reaching people. You never know who may be tuning in and from where. I don't take that lightly. That a brother or sister from Germany or a brother or sister from Australia may tune in to hear what ERGJ got to say. So very interesting, man. So guys, again, I want to say thanks so much for those that have questions. Again, if you got any questions, feel free to drop it in. We'll hang around for a couple more minutes. And then also I'd like for you to share your thoughts, your feedback. Some kudos, anything, man. I mean, this is as I said, a brother that's very thorough. He's made 60-page business plan. They don't put it all in there for you to go and read, to make sure that you're educated in the decisions that you make. And they've been doing it in the community. So let's make sure we put that out. All right, we have plenty that may go against some of the things, especially as Black people. But here we have a stream. Here we have a man in business. Here we have a team that in the food space, that is creating opportunity, creating jobs, and also keeping it in the family. So it's absolutely. I mean, I'm ecstatic. I have the liberty of actually having been eating that fish delight, Supreme Fish Delight, since I was a kid. So, and then I actually happened to be, I guess, at a pilot location when the Supreme Burger first came out. I was there.
Yeah. The test kitchen. Yep. I remember.
Yeah, and then now at the Columbia Drive, which actually just happens to be not too far away from my residence. So I am. I wanted to make sure that you guys did get your questions answered, and then obviously do your reading, do your own homework, do your research, and then decide for yourself. Franchise maybe a way that you'd like to go. Obviously, the investment opportunity to be there for you to do that as well. And I would also say this: think long term, right? Think long term. I must say this because the good book tells us do not be in such a rush to get rich, and many of us we chase the money as if it's going to do something so fast. But when you begin to think long term, you realize how fast time flies. 5 years will be gone just like that, and then now you can have in 5 years you have done something 5 years before, and now you're looking at, wow, where's this coming from? It's coming from a decision that you made 5 years ago.
That's right.
Warren Buffett also says that the best time to plant that tree, that seed of wealth, was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. So if you didn't plant some seeds that they'll go towards your future, that's going to have your money doing things while you still getting there 5 years from now, get to retirement, whatever, the best time is now. Everybody put a console now. NOW, no opportunities wasted. Now is the best time. So anyway, guys, I know it's late here on this Sunday night. We got started a little late. I got caught up in traffic, but I said we is going to put this out. I don't care what time it is, because we have decided to do that. We'll want to give Brother Waleed, any last words that you'd like to say to our listeners, our viewers, as it relates to Supreme, as it relates to the community, as it relates to just, I'd like to hear from you really from the basis of entrepreneurship, community, and giving back, man. I mean, you guys have really built something special. I just love to give you an opportunity just to address us as we get ready to end this stream.
So first, I want to thank you, Evan, for allowing me this opportunity and lending your platform. Also want to thank my team, even though they're not on. I got an amazing team. The franchisees, we have Ethiopian, Sudanese, Korean, Chinese, and African American who have brought into the concept and are running locations, and I appreciate that. Money leads to affluence, affluence to influence, influence to power, power to production, and production to respect. And all of us want to be respected. And it starts with understanding the power that comes from building wealth, having disposable income, investing, and being able to leverage that for political clout and production. So join us, partner with us, investing us. Let's grow together. Let's build business together. Hold us accountable as we build something special for generations to come. Reach out to me, stop by the restaurant, order a burger, order a fish sandwich. Let's talk business. Let's talk about growing and becoming the next Shake Shack, Five Guys, or McDonald's. Imagine if I was Ray Kroc or the McDonald brothers, 50, 60, 70 years ago. You have an opportunity to be that with us now with Team Supreme as we grow the next brand and the next concept into the marketplace. Watch us, 15 to 25 to 50 to 100. And in a few years, we have thousands of locations around the world. It's not rocket science. We're not Elon Musk, and we're not, building spaceships to take people to Mars. We're making a really good burger, a really good fish sandwich, creating a really great business model to help us open up all over the world. And we'd love for you to be investors and partners in this dream we call Supreme. So thanks, Evan. I appreciate the opportunity.
And let me ask one last question. So I started my journey, right? I'm thinking of like building as time goes on, right? I get that little paycheck, and then now I get my little taxes or whatever. Now, you know what I mean? So is that something? Can I just continue to accumulate?
You can
a position. Okay, all right. I want to make sure. I want to get people set. I can set people up on a plan. I can set them up on a plan. Like, okay, we're gonna do 250 every paycheck. Get you your first 500, and then we're gonna keep growing from there. So
that's right.
Okay, yeah. I'll start talking about plan and strategy with folks that really want to get in stuff.
This is exciting. Yes, come out to Charleston and see our new location in the mall. When you on vacation in Cancun, stop and apply and see what we're doing down there. Follow us on IG. Beautiful pictures of the locations and the food and the team, and engage. Invite us to your city. Give us locations. Introduce us to business people so we can reach out with them and see if there's an opportunity to partner. Get engaged with the movement. You'll love it. It's exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah, we have a crypto club meetups that we're starting in January. And we may do one in December. So definitely, Supreme Burger is on the list for us to have our meetups. And what's going to be cool about that is if we normally do our meetups just as a club, but we're going to do it where we're going to meet as a club, but it's going to offer other people to come in. And crypto is a hot topic. So at the same time that they'll be connecting with us and then maybe joining our club, they'll also be experiencing the restaurants that we choose to do business at. You know how I do. We go on to Black-owned businesses. That's what we're going to do. So we look forward to bringing the BBC and our crypto club to experience to the Supreme experience.
Love it.
Do you have a food truck? So maybe it's just coming in late. Do you have a food truck?
We just franchised the food truck. It'll be online in the next 45 to 60 days in the Metro Atlanta area.
Okay, fantastic. All right, beautiful people, man. I want to say again, thanks so much for you guys that are still up and have shown your engaged with us here tonight. You've hit that like button, that share button. You've tagged some people, all that good stuff. You've done your part, and that's all we can ask. You do your part. There are going to be some that are going to see an opportunity, and that you're ready to take advantage. Some that see you need some more information. Some that need to reach out. Do what you got to do. Do what you need to do for you to make the best decision for you, either from the franchise standpoint or the investing side or the eating side or the sharing side, whatever that is for you. I want to shout out to Team Supreme, CEO Brother Waleed here with us here tonight, And that is our time here tonight, man. If you have gathered you got anything from your time with us here tonight, go ahead and drop some pineapples in the chat. Y'all know how we do, because I know y'all learned something. Your brother start talking about business on this level. Yeah, your mind probably even blown. You start talking about these numbers and things like that that's happening. But I want you guys to know that not only is it possible, which is what Les Brown says, but I've added on to that. It's possible for you. See, when you throw yourself into the possibility, you begin to dream bigger. You begin to do more than you've ever done before. So everybody put it down. So it's possible for me. Not only is it just possible, we know it can be done, but it's possible for you as well. Well, that's our time here tonight on the New Black Wall Street and our special presentation with Team Supreme and our brother Waleed, CEO, and his team doing it well. I'm your host, CRGJ, Certified Global Financial Educator. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we really need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The New Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.